Hi babies and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we have the beautiful, the unique, the CEO of LovableLashes. Hello Tammi!
Hi everyone!
Tammi is gorgeous because she has just been done by the first episode of Paint Me, CarmiMua. That was creepy. Anyway guys, I'm finally back on the YouTube land after a few weeks of disappointment and kind of away a little bit. I needed a break, and when I decided to come back, and I was like, well, better idea than bring my girl here, you know, just like sisterhood going around. So I decided to start this new makeup series called Paint Me CarmiMua, where I go in your house and I'll paint you for filth. And how do you feel? Were you painted?
I feel fleeky. I feel amazing. I'm ready for a night out.
Yes. Can't wait for the night out the balcony because we have kids to look after tonight.
That's the truth.
That's true. Well, we're going to be out the balcony though.
Yeah.
But anyway guys, I hope you're really going to enjoy this video. It's going to be a talk through to how to do makeup on other people. And yes, I hope you're going to leave some comment down below. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We have done also a video on Tammi's channel. Yeah. So Tammi, please tell us your channel name.
youtube.com/tams3101. You know, made it when I was young.
Yeah, that sounds really good. So I'm gonna leave it down below. We actually did a video on our channel where we do our own makeup without mirror. And that was intense.
Very stressful.
That was really intense. So I'm gonna, guys, love and leave you to the tutorial of this beauty. So, mwah!
Bye.
We're free, bound only by frozen.
So the first things we're going to do is we are going to mix these two, and I show you here I have my Oil Control Lotion by MAC, and I'm going to apply this one from the center all the way out, and I'm using a My Kiko brush in N1. This one came out from the nude collection. I do have a few reviews on them, so if you feel like it, you can just go and check it out. Link will be down below. Also down below, I'll put it down every single product that I use of our beautiful model Tammi. I can't wait to see what we're going out with. So oil control, always starting from the center and move everything far away. Of course, never neglect the nose. Next, I'm going to go with Sunburst by Benefit. And I'm actually going to apply this one on the top of our cheeks and just slightly forehead, down the nose, and a little bit over our chin.
Glowing.
With the beauty sponge, I'm going now to press everything in. So now it's time for eyebrows, and I'm going to go in with Dark Brunette Gel by MAC and a really fine angle brush. And we're going to start and get these eyebrows ready. So what I normally tend to do is I skip foundation and I make sure our primers can actually work into the skin. So always leave her a couple of minutes just to set it in. And I'll really lightly get all the stroke in. Next, I'm going to go in with my eyebrow cake from Illamasqua, and this one is in the color Gaze. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set down the brows, and let's go. Next, we're going to go in with Bobbi Brown BBU Palette, and I'm going to use this color over here called Golden, and we're going to carve in our brow. So the first things we're going to do after we put our primer is actually set it. I'm not using translucent powder because Tammi's skin is more towards the deep side, so putting translucent will make a bit ashy. So I'm going to go in with the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in the color Dark Deepest. There is the same one we're going to go later on for our face. So we are using a fluffy nice brush, and we are going to set everything, especially working on inside the crease and going in. So what you want to do is just really soft movement so you can really direct the product up and down wherever you want. Having fluffy brushes is really going to help the movement. Now we're going to go in with the UD Gwen Stefani palette, and we are going to use this color over here called Zone. Then we're moving in the color called Pink, 1987, and Blackout. So in order, let's take a little bit of Zone, same brush, the really fluffy one, dust off the excess, and we're working this one on the outside. So we're creating pretty much like a bed for the eyeshadow, for the dark one to get in. It is our transitioning shade, so we're actually keeping it only on the outer portion of the eye. Next, we're going to go in with the color Pink, and I'm actually switching to another brush, and this one is from Kiko Pro in 114. And it's kind of like a pencil brush, but really helps to diffuse the color. So what I'm going to do, I want to apply the darkest part really close to her lash line, and then slightly move up into her crease. So we're kind of blending, but at the same time we are deposit a lot of product. Next, we're gonna go in with this gold, the Risk Gold 1987, and I'm using this beautiful brush from the company Look Good, Feel Better. I actually really enjoy this company, and I love their codes because what they do is they give the money to charity, so it's always nice. So what I'm doing, I'm just packing in this gold color on the first half of the eye. So we're just pressing. Next, I'll be taking the color Blackout from the palette, and I'm using this beautiful brush by MAC in the number 221. I love this brush because it's super small, super tapered. So I'm going to use this one just on the outside. Blackout is pretty much one of the darkest black eyeshadow that I've encountered in my life, so a little bit goes a long way. So make sure when you use it, you just like dip in and that's it. So we're really softly smoking out. So now it's time for glitter, because everyone loves glitter. Tammi loves glitter.
Yeah.
No. So we're gonna go in with these two beautiful products. They're both from LaSplash. So this one is still Midnight Elixir, and it's my favorite glitter glow. Really holds on the glitter beautifully. And Platinum Fizz, it's gonna be our glitter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna dot a little bit of the glue down the eyelids. You only need the smallest amount ever for do both sides. Don't overdo with glitter glue or you just end up to make a mess. Perfect. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna press in our glitter. So it's now time to do our eyeliner, and I'll be using Black Chromographic Line by MAC. I love this one because it's so dark, and I do like to use gel on other people. So first things when you do someone liner is really get them right and get the wing look the same. So my trick is actually look in the bottom of our lower lashes and elongate this side here. Most of the time the top of our eyes is not the same, but the bottom is always symmetrical. So what I tend to do is coat my brushes, so one on each side, so they get actually nice and skinny. And what I do, I map down, if you look straight down for me, what you want to do is map down this angle over here so that you get that sharp line. And I like to do directly straight away on the other side. What I like to do, I ask my model to look down, still with her eyes open so that you can really see the stretch of the eyelid. And what you do is just before the end of it, you want to go down to the center. So now we want to work on the front of our eyes. So my trick is actually asked to look down and down on the right when you do the right eye. So you can really see this part of the skin is much more stretched. So I'll take a little bit of product and really softly I'm actually going to fill it in, making sure it goes really close to the lash line, and then connect them together. So now we're gonna start and bit this face. So we are gonna go with color correcting, and I'm going to use MAC Prep and Prime in the color Peach Lust, so it's the orangey one. And what I'm gonna do, I'm really lightly, kind of, taking it everywhere around me, so a little bit under the eye. Next, I'll be back with my blender and I am going to soft this one down the skin. And as you can see, really quickly, really easy how it's softening up without looking too orange. Now that we're correct Tammi's undertone, we are now going to go in with highlighting and contouring because who doesn't like highlighting and contouring? So first things, we're actually going to go back with this shade here. There is the same one that we used to carve out the brows and it's the golden one. And this one is going to be the really soft highlighting shade for Tammi. So I'll be taking this one down here. So I'm working underneath the eyes. I also like to work on the chin because who doesn't like a nice highlighted chin? Then underneath and down the nose, because that always helps a little bit. And then of course center of the brow. So I tend to go one way up and then I go one eyebrows, one the other eyebrows. That's more than enough. You don't really need a lot of product. And as I'm going with this brush here, and I haven't mentioned about it's the 02 by my Kit Co, it does already blend it quite well, but we are going to go after with a sponge. So now that we work on the actual highlighter, we're going to go with this beautiful Revlon color stay in the color 340 Caramel. This is actually Tammi's foundation. I'm just nicking away from her because we were doing a video on her channel, and is the No Mirror Makeup channel, and she was using it and it looked so beautiful on her. So I kind of said to her, can I borrow it? More than said it, I just said like, I need it, that's it. So if I like it a lot, I might just gonna get a couple of them. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on blending. So first we're gonna blend the actual highlighter, and we are going to dab it into our skin really softly. And what we want to do is melt this color. We don't want to see anything. Perfect. So now that we have our base, we have our contouring, we have our highlighter. Now what we want to do is we want to set it. I personally like to set it with powder, and I love this one from MAC because the one that we used earlier for the eyes, there is the Dark Deepest. And what I like to do, I take a nice fluffy brush. This one is the number 3 from the nude collection of my Kit Co. And what I like to do, I actually only set the contouring. I don't set the highlighter because sometimes I find that when you set your highlighter, it tends to look really heavy. So what I do, again, I stipple it in. Remember that if you go too fast, too aggressive, your foundation is not set yet, so it will tend to move ever so slightly. So we are going to dot it in, and you can already tell how soft is the forehead and how it works beautiful with colors. We're going to take this one underneath our cheekbones, so we're getting a nice cheeky bones. So now we're going to bake our model. So we're going to use the Sacha Buttercup powder. Again, this is another product that I actually stole from Tammi, so this is like a proper collab. So I'm going to take a little bit on a clean sponge, and I'm going to bake you, girl. I hope you're going to taste like a cookie. You look like Carnival. This is a makeup inspired by Carnival.
And this is the finished look.
This is the finished look.
Thumbs up if you enjoyed this.
Meow. So as we're waiting for the bakeage to do its work, we're going to go with the Love Flush Palette by Too Faced. And I'm going to use... which one should we use? I'll say... Which one do you like?
I always like peachy.
Let's go for the peachy one. So we're going to go with I Will Always Love You.
Oh.
It's so cool. So I'm really softly going to dab it in. I like it how it kind of blends really softly with our bakerage. Camera died on us, of course, had to die because it was a CarmiMua camera, but what I'm doing is, after the blush, I am taking away the bake. So we are taking away all this beautiful baking. So now we are going to finish with Tammi eyeballs, and we're going to do the bottom one now. So we're first going to go with Pink, and what we're going to do, we are going to run this one really softly underneath, pretty much halfway.
Sorry.
That's alright. Pretty much halfway, keeping the outside edges here a little bit lower. That is a good trick to make your eyes appear bigger. And then we're gonna go in with Blackout, there is the darkest one, and really concentrate this one really close to the lash line, only on the outside portion. So we're not going anywhere near the inner corner. It's now time to highlight, and I'll be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. And I'll be using golden bronze on my fan brush, really lightly on the top of Tammi's cheeks. So we want to build up really slightly this product in. And to finish a little bit the glow, we're going to go with the color Sunburst. So there is the lightest one. And really softly, we're going to pop this one in to give a little bit of extra. Really softly, because it is towards a little bit of like a pale yellow side. So you don't want to overdo. So for lashes today, of course, we had to use our LovableLashes. They are made by our CEO here, Tammi. Hey Tammi, so I chose today for you the Princess Pandora. And this one are the new version, so they are the best of the best of the best. They are reusable 25 times and absolutely love them. The price is great, so thank you Tammi for helping us around.
Of course.
And of course guys, we have a discount code, so I'll leave it down there so you can save 15% of lashes. I love that. So before I actually put them on, I'm gonna take off the pack and I'm gonna zoom you in because these lashes are banging. So we can tell how filthy is my hands, but how beautiful are these lashes. As I said to you guys, you know me, I wear them a lot and these are my favorite. So we are going to apply the lashes. So always remember the easiest way to apply lashes on people, ask them to open their eyes and look down. And what you want to do is you want to flip it right in. So always start from the center right here and then just press them down. Leave it for a second, and then what I tend to do is I press with my fingers right in. And you kind of like really lightly, you bounce them in. When you start to feel that the glue is setting down, what I like to do is I tilt up a little bit and I'm actually going to press the lashes with our own lashes. So it's now time for a lipstick and I'm going to go with the new Gerard Cosmetic Boss Lady. So first things I'm actually going to do, I'm going to decant just a teeny bit at the back of my hands. So there I'm going to use a small brush. This one is 209 by MAC, so it's actually an eyeliner brush, but it's really great for definition, especially when you do lip on someone else. When you do liquid lipstick, you find this quite hard. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start from the center and see how much product do I get down, and then as I go I place it in the corner over here and then I drag a line down and then I fill it in. Perfect. So our last step is to set down this beautiful mug, and we're going to use the Freedom ProStudio Fixing Spray. So close your eyes, Tammi, and we are going to wet our model, and that's it. Our look for today is complete. Thank you, Tammi, for being here. I had so much fun.
Thank you for having me.
So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you really enjoy this video. I look like a boo-boo mess, but this is called paying Carmi myself,
yeah.
You know. But anyway, guys, always remember, like if you like, hate if you hate, and until next time, you're welcome.
Ooh.